Hello, good morning. Welcome back. In the last session, we understand what is reducer and how to create initial state and reducer and how to deal with the use reducer. We have taken a simple example and that is loading now. So that's a simple counter. Okay, and we have taken a reference with the use state. Okay, how we can do the same thing with the use state and how we can do the same thing with the reducer as well. So here just do increment, it's working. Here also just do increment, it's working. Do decrement, it's working. Sorry, decrement is also working. So today we are going to take some um, complex example because real time. So in real time, so real time means just take an example of a Amazon e-commerce application. So here normally in the state we will maintain cart details at the same time we will maintain the user profile details. Okay, that's a basic thing. What I'm saying, cart details because how many items you have added to the cart at the same time user profile details. Okay, in the same way because this one, okay, cart and user profile details we are going to implement after one or two sessions because we should understand how to attach this reducer to the context. Once you understand clearly, so we are going to implement the same thing what is there in Amazon. Okay, but today we should understand some complex how to deal some complex state inside the like reducer or context in coming days. So here we have done like initial state. I hope you have done a practice of a last session. Otherwise, please stop watching this one. Go back and understand what is context, understand what is reducer, and just do practice. Without doing practice, you can't understand anything. Okay. So fine. In the last session, we have done increment and decrement. Okay, Varun asked the question, Raghu, how to reset the value. It's fantastic. So reset also you should create another action. Okay. First of all, this reducer should ready to take that action as well. So here what I'm doing the case. Suppose if you say just reset the value. Okay, I want to reset the font. Fine. This is very simple. So if you want to reset, what we need to return? Okay. I'm just taking the new object. I'm just defining count as 0. That's it. So here also we are constructing the new object of count, and this we are taking the previous value of the state and doing +1 or previous value and doing -1. That's it. Reset, and let me add an action for that. Dispatch an action with the help of button. So just add button reset. Reset on click. I'm going to dispatch the action. The action right now, the action is very simple, and very soon we are going to add a payload to that action. The type and payload. Payload means what exactly you need to update in the state. So that step by step we can understand. So just reset. Just give a proper spelling. Don't do mistakes like me. And this is a reset. Hopefully. So right now I'm just making initial count as 0. It's always good to start with 0. Okay, fine. I hopefully it's ready. Save it and see the result. Just refresh. Okay, and increment and decrement working. Reset. Okay, this is also working. And maybe you have some question that Raghu, what is this default? Okay, okay, default is not equal to reset. Okay, if you want to reset to the 0 or if you want to reset to a 10, that is the developer responsibility. The default means suppose in switch case, suppose if you don't give a proper type information, if that is matching at the time it will return exact state. Okay, it is not going to change anything, it is not going to reset anything, it is not going to increment or decrement. Okay, it will just return what is the current state to you. Okay, if you didn't provide the proper action type. Okay, if it is not matching with the action type, so it will execute the default state. In the default state, always return the current state. Okay, I hope you guys understood. Varun, is it clear for you?
Yeah, Raghu.
Yeah, who are watching this video? Okay, I don't know whether you guys understood or not. Okay, please just add in the comments that understood, practice, or something, and click on that like button so that at least indirectly I can understand that okay, how many people, how much you are understanding. Okay, at least in up to some extent. Okay, and at the same time, if you click on that like button, this information will reach to more students like you. Okay, and now we are going to take one interesting example. Okay, so now I want to start a switch shop. Okay, Varun, we are going to start a switch shop. So already we understand the structure of the switch shop, like a polarity switch shop. So here I'm just uh, Raghu's switch shop. So in this switch shop, okay, we are purchasing sweets and cakes also. What I'm saying here is okay. SW sweets. Okay, sweets. Suppose 100 are there. At the same time, cakes. Okay, this is a like even which was also explained with the same example. I love that example. That's why I'm just giving the same example to you guys. So Vishwas means code evolution. Okay, I have learned React from code evolution. So Raghu's sweet shop is there. Here we have a reducer. We have a reducer, and here we understand there's a billing mission is there. He's going to dispatch the actions and receipts. Okay, that's we understand. So we can let's create the same kind of structure. I'm just taking the component. So please do practice. I'm just writing like a sweet shop dot JSX. Okay, just create a function sweet shop and just return some default div. And do export default the sweet shop. Okay, fine. Let me add this sweet shop into app.js. So I'm just removing all this stuff now. So just import sweet shop from the proper path. Okay, and just place inside the JSX of the app component. So we should able to see the switch. Of course, we didn't write anything, right? Let me add some heading at least, so that that's a proof that okay, our component is loaded properly. So this is Raghu's sweet shop, the sweet shop. Hopefully, definitely, I will start one food court in near future. That will be like Raghu's kitchen, but I don't know whether it is possible within the time. Okay, fine. So Raghu's sweet shop. Here in this sweet shop, we are going to maintain cakes and sweets, and we have only one reducer and how to deal with that. So if you have done a practice these things, so designing the e-commerce applications, cart, that logic is going to be very, very, very easy. Okay, but just do practice all these things. Okay, fine. Let's see. Hopefully, it is displaying Raghu's sweet shop. So here, as I said, we are maintaining sweets and at the same time cakes. So just go and initialize the initial state. Initial state. What is the initial state? Okay, cakes 100 and sweets. Okay, right now I'm not mentioning anything. This just regular. sweets. Otherwise, just go with the 200. So, and in future, you can add different kinds of sweets as well. Like suppose gulab jamun, how many types are there? What is the count of this gulab jamun? And different. Suppose if you are maintaining 100 sweets, you should maintain the state of 100 sweets. Okay, that's what the complex data. You should able to deal with that complex data. Then only you will get a lot of kick or irritation both the ways. Okay, now we need a reducer, right? We should first of all we should just go and define our reducer. Okay, we are giving a lot of responsibility this to reducer. Okay, right now I'm just because we don't have any competition, we have only one reducer. That's why I'm just giving a simple name to him, that is a reducer. Okay, in future, suppose if this shop grows, if you get a good business, I will start another pani puri center in front of the street shop. So here we can appoint one more person, that is here like a pani puri reducer. A pani puri reducer, he is like a sweet reducer, whatever it is. Okay, we can deal that. So how to deal with the multiple reducers, all those things, yes, we are going to learn. Right now, just focus on this one. So here we understand. So it will take the state and action as the parameters, and at the same time we need to write a switch case. Okay, switch. So here, okay, action dot type. Okay, we are going to check the action dot type in the switch case, and if that action type is okay, here I'm just taking a simple example. I'm not. So add underscore sweets. So just take capital letters. Okay, just follow this syntax. It's very because we are going to follow in the coming days. So return what we need to we need to return the updated state. Okay, so let me add all the switch cases. So here add underscore cakes. Okay. And here we need to return proper state. Okay, we should do a proper state update and we need to return the latest state. And here also so always for switch case it's good to add default one, because if you don't uh, pass any negative
So the colon should be after add sweets and add cakes.
colon, right. Thanks, Varun. Okay, fantastic. So actually we just defined things. So now, always remember, we should not mutate the state. We should not mutate this. That means you should not update the state directly. So for that, what I'm doing, so first I'm just copying with a shallow copy. Just do a spread operator, one, two, three. What is that? State. So I'm just taking the current state, and now you can update sweets or cakes. So now what I'm doing, so I want to update, this is add sweets, right? So that just go with sweets, and here, okay, how to increment the sweets? Okay, state dot sweets plus one. Okay, at least we can go with a 10. So what I'm doing, first we should take a copy. We should take a copy and then just update one property. What we are updating, that is a suites. And so if you didn't learn JavaScript, or sometimes we will get confusion also, even if you do regular practice, sometimes you will get confused, but please do practice. Okay, how to copy a object into a new object and how to update the property. So that's, if you just do practice in the JavaScript file, so that you will get a clarity what we are doing here. So if you have a confusion, if you understand, that's fantastic. So in the same way, here also we need to do. Let's see if I did properly or not. Varun, is this correct or anything wrong from my side? The cakes plus. Okay, so let's go with a simple thing. Like we have initial state that is a cakes 100 and sweets 200, and reducer is there. He's just we have two action types. One is add sweets, another one is add cakes. Okay, later we can add, once it is working properly, we can add few more things, delete sweets and delete cakes, like that. And yeah, we are ready to understand the e-commerce application now. So in this we need to go with use reducer. Now we are defining use reducer. This reducer always expect two things. One is who is going to update the state. Okay, that is reducer, because we have appointed one person to handle the sweets and everything. So and the next one is, so he should know what is the initial state. Okay, it's just a reference, you are giving the reference of this initial state and he will take that one. Otherwise you can hard put here, that is nothing wrong. Okay, fine. So now what he will return? He will return the latest state. And otherwise you can say sweet state or chord state, whatever it is, but just make it simple, it's a state. Okay. And he will provide one method, that is a dispatch method. So even you can give any name, but it's always good to give a meaningful name. So dispatch, it is just doing the dispatch, so that it's better to give a same name. So now first let's display the cakes details and what sweets details. Okay. State. Okay, here I'm just taking the cakes. How many cakes are there? So that is the part of state dot cakes. And at the same time, we can go and display sweets also. Sweets count state dot sweets. Okay, suppose if the state dot cakes count is 0, at the same time you can display like out of stock or something. Okay, just you can do some customization. Let's see whether it is working or not. First of all, yeah, my sweet shop is ready, at least background is ready. Cakes, we have 100 cakes and we have a 200 sweets. So now let's just dispatch the actions. So just add button, that is add sweets, whatever it is. Okay, and here on click we should dispatch, we should invoke the dispatch method. And just what this dispatch method is expecting, action object. Okay, what is that action object? We have one property that is called type, and if it is a sweets, just please give us proper spelling. It should match, otherwise reducer can't understand what you are saying. Add sweets, fantastic. So in the same way, just go and add things about cakes. Add cakes here. Okay, I will just copy for the safety side. It's always better to copy paste at least these names. You find like our store is ready, and now customers, if anyone wants to add cakes, okay, right now of course customers come and they will collect the cakes, but here I'm just doing add and add logic. So once it is working fine, we are going to add collect the cakes or something. So add sweets. See, observe carefully. The count is increasing by 10. By 10. Then add cakes. It's working. But understood?
Yeah, Raghu.
Okay, it's fantastic. Now it's easy, right? So logic, just remove cakes or like remove cakes, like collect cakes, whatever, because that's your choice. How meaningful you can define, you can do it. So simply, I'm just doing like remove cakes. What we need to do? We should take the latest state. And if you want to remove, just do minus 10 and do minus 10. That's it. So for that, you can add two more buttons. This is for adding. This is for removing rem cakes, rem sweets. Okay, fully the spelling is proper. Okay, fine. That's beautiful. So let me add one the HR or some at least a break. So just add good CSS if you have a time. But of course, obviously, we need to spend a lot of time for CSS actually. So fine, yeah, add speeds. Okay. Oh my God. Just update the button text also. Here I'm saying like collect speeds. Okay, otherwise, whatever it is. Okay. Whatever it is meaningful, just you can go with that approach. So suppose if you once you collect the sweets from a sweet shop, so if you say I'm collecting the sweets, 10 sweets, 20 sweets, 30, 40, and then I'm just adding the sweets again and add cakes working, collect the cakes working. So this is simple. So once you understand this, yes, I'm saying you are going to understand Redux, not going to understand. You already understood because the same thing with much more simpler way and much more options there in the Redux. Okay, yes, we are going to understand, we are going to learn everything, we are going to build everything. So now, Varun understood clearly everything?
Yeah, understood, Raghu.
It- So now, right now, what we are doing, we are just hard coding the value, right? Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. So instead of hard coding, what we can do, we can with the action, you can pass some payload. Okay, pass some payload. So nothing. So if you pass another information, if you pass extra information, you can pass extra information, but the type is very important. It is mandatory. But you can pass how many sweets you want to add. How many sweets you want to add. Right now, I'm just taking the value, the simple value. Okay, the value will be 5. Okay, adding, okay, value 5, and here I'm just adding an extra thing. Otherwise you can say count is good, meaningful. Varun, is how many sweets, how many
Yeah, Raghu.
cakes.
Actually, value is fine, Raghu.
Value also fine. It's value is like a generic one, right? Okay, so what we are doing for just understanding purpose, sweets I'm just going with mm, 5 steps, and cakes we can go with a 10. Okay? The same thing we can do here. Okay, otherwise, okay, while collecting, just go with the 15 and 20. Why not? That's our choice. Save it. But how to update the value? How to change the value? So instead of this is very simple. So from where we are getting the value, that is a part of action object dot value. That's it. That's it. Very simple. So just replace all these hard coded values because that's user choice. Okay, in future we can provide the drop down list or something. He will select the drop down and he will click on that add to cart, so that we will just pass what is how many um, items you want to add into the cart directly for a particular product. Okay, so everything, because if you do practice now the small steps, so while doing the projects it's going to be very easy. Almost you can do that once you understand this logic. Save it. So I'm just doing a refresh. Now if you see add suites, okay, 5 suites added. Collect suites, okay, I think we have given a 15 value to collect. So if you see 175, 160, 145. At the same time, add cakes, 10, 10. Collect cakes, 20. So it is just deleting by 20. Hope this is a super, super important thing. You should do practice. The same thing because even you can do practice. Okay. Here just add the cart. Okay, just cart state. In the cart state, you have a products, right? Products. Okay, whenever you do add product, like add item to the cart, so just add a new object into that with a new product details. That's it. So for that, we should prepare some proper product listing page. Whenever you click on that add item, so you should read that particular product details and you should construct an object and just pass it to that. So here we can maintain like this. Um, you can maintain like a cart. It should be object array. So in that, once you click on add item to the cart, you can add first item. If you click again, new item, just add another new item like product details, like product ID, product price, all the details. That's another level of complexity. So that's assignment for you. Just try it, try it. But anyway, I will explain. So far we are just dealing with a use reducer inside a simple component. Okay, but not naturally we don't use reducer for a single component actually. Rare situation we will use that, but the real importance of the reducer is we should, because context, we understand the context, right? We understand the context, but we are not able to update the context value directly. We are able to read the value from the context. We are able to read the value from the context, but we are not able to update the value to the context. So now what we will do, so here we have created the context, and if you just wrap that context with the context provided to the top level component, so these all the children can access that information. But I want to update the context value. So just imagine this is the cart. So if you click on this add item to the cart, I need to add a new item to this cart. So this is the cart. So what we are maintaining in that context, we are maintaining the cart details. Cart details. Some products are there. So just go with the array. A lot of products are there. So you are able to read that and you are able to display the product details, whatever it is. But if you want to add to the cart, add item at the time, we should able to update this context. We should be able to update this context. But we don't have a direct way. So that what we are doing, we are going to attach, we are going to create a reducer, and we are going to attach that reducer to the context. And reducer will provide the dispatch method. So we will hand over the dispatch method to all the children component. So this, with the help of the dispatch method, they can update the context value. Once you update the context value, that will be available for all throughout the application. That's what the logic behind the e-commerce application. That's what the logic in the e-commerce application. So this is the cart information. Here, how we have achieved this context plus use reducer. So use reducer will give you a method, that is dispatch method. So that is available for all the children component. With the help of the dispatch method, you can update this cart. That's what happening in the e-commerce application. That's what we are going to learn from the next session. So before that, please do practice. So normally if you watch this video, maybe you will say that Raghu, it's very simple, just a spread operator. But without doing practice, you will forget easily. Okay, please do practice. And who are watching this video from like our students group, once you have done a practice, send me a screenshot in the group. That is a proof that you are doing practice. Otherwise, I don't consider that you are doing practice. Okay, and don't forget to click on like button. So okay, from today onwards, if you are watching any video, not only SVGIE videos, any video which is useful, and if you understand something from that content, it's better to click on like button. Okay, we don't lose anything from our side. That is just giving encouragement for the content creator or a trainer, and at the same time it will reach the more people. That is very important. So the content, because if you don't click on like button, other people thought that maybe this content is not that much worth. So that based on the like buttons, they will watch one video, at least one. If they watch one video, they will understand that whether it is good or not, then they will decide. So to help other people, it's better to click on like button. Okay. Apart from that, Varun, do you have any questions now?
Yeah, Raghu.
Yeah,
Instead
ask
of
me.
object, can we pass array there?
Yes, yeah, you can deal with array. Not no here. Just don't add array. So always make it object. That is more useful. Even you can just do a simple value also, like count is equal to 0. Instead of that, you can maintain the state as how you are maintaining the count in the use state. That is also work, but 99% of the times we will use the object. That's why I'm just taking example with the object.
Okay, and we can use multiple objects in that.
Yes, yes. Inside also, suppose cart. So cart is an array, so you can go with the cart. And maybe user profile. User profile, you can maintain object again. What will be there? User profile, user user ID, user name, email ID, right? Instead. The only thing here we need to like practice is, so this is a state. State is an object. Just remember, always maintain the things in a state, even if it is a simple count. Just define one property and a value. That will be more meaningful. So just take a previous state and just do a shallow copy, and then whatever the things you want to update it. But whenever the state is going to be complex, at the time sometimes if you do a shallow copy, it is going to give a wrong business. At the time you need to do a deep copy. Okay, that is the only thing. So 90% normally we don't do uh, completely complex things in the state. So just understand. So you should understand what is a normal copy, what is a shallow copy, and what is a deep copy. Okay, just go back to our playlist or anything. Just understand those things. Once you understand those things, you can deal with any kind of data in the state. So for if you are doing a simple, because only one level of nesting is there in the object. If it is one level, it's you can go with a shallow copy. If it is very complex, so go with a deep copy. Okay, that is also very simple. Of course, we can take some examples and we can learn. Yeah, got it, Varun?
Yeah, Raghu.
Very good. So and like who are learning React JS, okay, you should focus on unit testing also. Okay, unit testing, because maybe as a 2 years of experience or as a fresher, maybe no one asked you whether you have a knowledge on unit testing. But it's better to learn unit testing before getting a job, because 90% of the applications, like all the major applications, are good applications, they will do a unit testing. So suddenly, once you got a job, after that, if you start learning, it will take too much time. At the time, a lot of pressure on you. So it's better to start learning unit testing also. I'm just preparing a separate playlist. After it will take time to prepare the playlist. Okay, but you can watch any other videos and learn that one. That is very important. Okay, TypeScript and unit testing, very important for a front end developer. So please spend some time. Okay, you don't need to put a lot of time. So main focus is on JavaScript and React. Once you understand JavaScript and React, by the time you should have at least basic things in a unit testing and TypeScript and some fundamentals of Node.js and some CSS framework like that. Okay, that's all for today. And in the next session, we are going to integrate context with a reducer. So in the suppose if you want to do quickly, Definitely in this, we have some beautiful explanation in the documentation. I will show you so that you can do practice with the help of the documentation. Where is that? Mm, Let me search context, scaling up, reducer, and context. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so here is there. I think this is the perfect one. So, yes, task context is there and dispatch is just. But of course, he has taken some meaningful and interesting thing. But if you're able to understand it, very good. Otherwise, wait for some time. Okay, it's better to practice before attending the session so that you can understand easily what we are going to talk in the next session. Okay, got it, Varun?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, that's all for today, and see you next session. Bye bye.